should we focus in on getting that UK-EU Security Pact, or should we use our own leadership within NATO to improve cooperation with the EU? I want to go onto the UK government. Now, there's been a lot of talk from our government that they want that UK-EU Security Pact. Now, in your view, should we focus in on getting that UK-EU Security Pact, or should we use our own leadership within NATO to improve cooperation with the EU, or can we achieve both? Ms. Van Rey?
Both. A UK-EU Security Pact would do something quite different than the UK's role within NATO. So I think we can't assume that if we've got one that replaces the other, if that makes sense. I'm happy talking a bit more in terms of what would be a useful outcome for the Security Pact, if that's useful.
Just briefly, because then one of the other members wanted to ask about that as well. Yeah,
okay. What I'll just say is that obviously any negotiations between a UK-EU Security Pact takes place in the context of the wider UK-EU reset, which the UK government has said it wants to undertake. Also takes place in the context of the TCA review happening next year. But I think the point on the Security Pact is that it is a useful way to build on the political declaration of 2019 and kind of get to low-hanging fruit without needing to go through it's not legally binding, so it's easier to do essentially. But what I will just say why I think it's got particularly added value is because so far foreign policy cooperation between the UK and the EU has been ad hoc. Right. And so far we've been in alignment, for example on sanctions on Russia. That might always be the case in future. So having a particular form or structured dialogue where those conversations can take place is useful.